Hey, this is Nelson George, another Follow the Sound. I am on the Williamsburg Bridge between Manhattan and Brooklyn. And on this bridge, in this area here, from 1959 into 60, Sonny Rollins would come here and woodshed. Woodshed being the meaning rehearse. He'd been critically acclaimed, celebrated as the greatest, one of the greatest saxophonists of his generation. But Sonny wasn't satisfied with how he was perceived. So, he changed his phone number. He moved over a few blocks away from the bridge. And then one day he was walking across Delancey Street, and he noticed there was a space up here. It was definitely this section here looks very much like it did in '59. The entranceway is very different. But Sonny walked through the bridge and came over here. It was empty. So instead of, going back on stage and working it out, he would come here, winter, spring, summer. I mean, there's stories. I interviewed Sonny about this. He literally would come out here with gloves. Sometimes, maybe get a shot of brandy and come out in the winter. So it was kind of a Spartan existence. He lived close by. He was practicing yoga. He was studying Buddhism. So he went through a real kind of artistic retreat here on this bridge. It's a very rare thing when an artist would go away from the height of their powers to go and just work on their craft. It wasn't about creating a new sound. When he came back out with the Bridge album in 1962 on RCA, people were surprised it wasn't a radical departure. It wasn't about him finding a new sound. It was about him getting better internally on his craft and how he felt satisfied. If you go up to the Schomburg Library, you will find in Sonny's papers many pictures and depictions of saxophones, of discussions of how the mouthpiece should work. One of the more intellectually searching musicians, much like his peer Coltrane. So this bridge here was a laboratory for Sonny Rollins in 1959 and 60, and it remains part of the lore of jazz, Sonny's time up here. So this is Nelson George with another Follow the Sound. Please subscribe, got more stories to come.